Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight on the program, the DirtFan.com fixed pro late model series. Tonight, we come to the Limaland Motorsports Park. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Jesse Pate. Jesse, welcome back here to another Sunday evening here at the World of Thunder and DirtFan.com pro late model series here at Limaland.
Virtual Ohio, getting ready to watch some good racing. We just had a great event last hour, and I'm ready to see another.
Alright, cars on the racetrack for qualifying. 2 minutes each driver getting their opportunity to lay down a lap time, and well, that'll set these drivers up for heat races as Dalton Cloyd goes quick time with a 12.939. The Bilstein number 70 iRacing I flag. That's Alex Payne to make his way out onto the racetrack right now. Dalton Cloyd still in the number one spot. Stephen Speed sits second. Eric Tupper third. Justin Sick fourth. And Bryson Banks going to round out the top five. The one lap. Jesse, it's one opportunity.
Absolutely. I was just riding along with Herrick there, and he unfortunately wasn't able to get a second lap in. So he's going to have to go with his first lap time as we see numbers coming in. A lot of 13-0s on the board. A lot of 13-0s. Only two guys under that.
All right, Chris Maguire has gone quick time with a 12.909. We watch Dustin Sizemore on screen right now in car number 11 as he will get the green flag. In fact, it's the checkered flag. Ninth quick with a 13.059. Cam Raymer's 33rd, make that 34th quick now as more time starting to come through. Robert Tucker 17th. Gavin Collins now on screen in the 713. Silver Fox, JZR Racing Photography, Redline Motorsports. And looking at the damage on the rear bumper, I dare say that Gavin Collins is not going to get a time in, so that'll put out the TVR 17 of Brett Rolls. He's not going to get a time in neither. So quick time officially going to go the way of Chris Maguire with a 12.909. 6 heat races on the programs, 8 laps in distance. Top 3 to the main events, and then everybody else will get put into the B mains. Let's go trackside. Take a look right now. It's your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 1. Starting on pole in car number 11, that is Chris Maguire. He's outside in car number 30, Jarrett Murphy. Inside your second row, Christopher Long will start position number 3. Jared Mogard will line up at a position number 4. We go back to our third row inside. It'll be position 5, car number 97 of Jarrett Bolyard. And Jason Skinner, the principal, will start position number 6. Starting position 7 will be Russell Berry, and lining up at a position number 8, it's Jason Lineweaver. Jesse, heat race number 1, cars rolling around behind the iRacing.com page truck. What have you made of the truck after your earlier super late model B series?
Yeah, so there was a lot of action, a lot of 3-wide tandem driving, people going really clean racing. Maguire had a great run last time. He was our winner, so he's fresh and he's ready to go. I've got my eye.
All right, well, let's keep an eye on Chris Maguire. The driver did start on pole, or will start on pole, excuse me, for tonight's opening heat race. It is the DirtFan.com Pro Late Model Series Fixed Setup Racing. We are green here at Limaland. Heat race number 1, Maguire and Murphy down into 1 and 2. Maguire going to lead down the back straightaway. Murphy rides in second. Then you go back to the battle on for the third and final transfer spot between Jared Mogard and Christopher Long. Jared Mogard has it at the start-finish line.
Yeah, a lot of guys finding that speed up on that top end. A couple of guys trying to settle into the bottom, looking for some speed, looking for some opportunities to pass. A lot of clean racing here at the start of the...
Murphy all over the back of Maguire through turn number 1 and 2. 2 in the book, 6 to run. Heat race number 1 of 6 here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. Maguire still out in front ahead now as he starts to pull away from Murphy. Murphy gets into the wall there, loses a bit of time to your race leader, so that's certainly going to help Chris Maguire as he sets off into the sunset. 4 down, 4 to run.
Maguire pulling that gap behind him, getting comfortable in that lead. A couple of guys jockeying for position, trying to make a run for that transfer spot, that third transfer spot.
Yeah, Mogard holding on to that third and final transfer spot. Then you go back to Christopher Long, who sits back there to position number 4 in that black and white number 17 machine. The 21 of Jason Linemover working down low through turn 1 and 2. He'll do the same down into 3 and 4. 2 to go this time by.
Yeah, those guys running that low line, trying to get precision in their line choice. A lot of eating the track tires as they go around, scrubbing off.
White flag is out. Heat race number 1 here at the dirtfan.com Pro Late Model Fixed Setup Series. Maguire good through 1 and 2 and down the back straight away for the final time into turn number 3. Out of turn 4, he's going to the main event. Chris Maguire victorious in heat race number 1. Second will go to Jarrett Murphy. Jared Mogard home in third. Christopher Long fourth. Jason Linemover, Jason Skinner, Jarrett Bolyard, and Russell Berry. 5 seconds separate first through 8th. A nice clean heat race here in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2. Cars making their way onto the racetrack. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
All right, lining up the grid. Dalton Cloyd in the 912 machine. Kate Loudy in the 126. Eric Scoff in third position in the 26. Wyatt Brown in the 3. Mitch Stiles bringing up the third row with the 54, and Alex Good in the 13. Nick King and Alex Payne bring up the rear in the 23 and the 35 respectively.
All right, heat race number 2. 8 cars on the racetrack. What have we got? 6 8s? To me, that's 48. So 48 cars signing into the pit area for tonight. Aaron, no, you cannot get this for Xbox. It is PC only. What are you making of this track right now, Jesse, with the way that how much it's already started to slicken off, and we're only into the second heat race?
Yeah, we're in the top end car. We're in the supers, so these guys throw a lot of mud around, and yeah, and we are going to be running around here with both lines most of the time. These guys are really talented. They can run tandem, so this track is going to track in really quick.
All right, heat race number 2. Drivers making their way down the back straight away. The dirtfan.com Pro Late Model Fixed Setup Series. We get set for green flag action here. Dalton Cloyd going to have command of the field over KD Lowney. We are underway here in heat race number 2, and Cloyd immediately jumping straight to the high side. Scalf working down low, looking for second spot. Out of turn number 2, Scalf up on the inside. The left front tyre catches the U-tyre up on the inside, but doesn't unsettle that race car all too much. And now Cloyd going to block that line into turn number 1 and 2. And here comes KD Lowney in the white and blue, number 126.
Yeah, the 26, thank you for that correction. The Pro 26 making his moves on the low line, trying to get a slider up. Looks like he's going to make a challenge for P2 as they come up the back stretch here. The 126 car really taking up on that high line, trying to find his momentum as they go 3 wide past.
Slide job by KD Lowney on Dalton Cloyd. Cloyd stabs the brakes, turns underneath. They make contact down the back straight away. That is certainly going to open up the door for Eric Scarf to make it another 3-car battle for the race lead. And now Mitch Stiles in the 54 going to make it a 4-car battle here in just a few moments' time. But time is starting to run out for these drivers. They want to make it into the top 3. Right now, Dalton Cloyd doing a fantastic job running the top into 1 and 2. Katie Loudy, slide job with a crossover. Dalton Cloyd back to the number 1 spot.
Yeah, these guys really showing you how it's done. Oh, as the 26 gets into the 126 there, as these guys come around the track for the penultimate time, the ultimate time. We coming to check it here.
Yeah, white flag going to be up this time by for your race leader. Scout with the slide job on Loudy. 1 lap left to run here in heat race number 2. Loudy with a slide job back on Scout. Scout to the inside. Here comes Mitch Stiles. Cloyd's going to win heat race number 2, but the battle is going to be on for second, third, and fourth. Cloyd gets the win. Second, Katie Loudy. Third is going to go to Eric Scout, in fact. Mitch Stiles home in fourth. Alex Payne, Wyatt Brown, Nick King, and Alex Good. A 4.3 second gap, so the gap is getting tighter between the top 8 over the first couple of heat races. What a heat race that was.
Beautiful, beautiful. What a competition.
Well, not wasting any more time, we're going to move into heat race number 3 here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. The dirtfan.com Pro Late Model Fixed Setup Series. Your starting grid looks like this. Stephen Spees, car number 55, will start on pole. The outside of the front row, driving car number 11, Dustin Sizemore. Inside your second row, position 3, driving the 1X machine, they call him the Little Hurricane, Mason Hannigan, will start alongside car number 22 of Brooks Trammell out of position number 4. Lining up out of position number 5, driving the 118 machine, that'll be Joshua Hessen. Out of position 6 will be car 27 of Barry Foster. And your final row, inside and outside. Inside, row number 4, car number 25 of Gavin Collins of the 713. In fact, but Tyler Batten in car 38 will roll off in position number 8, Jesse.
Yes, we saw a lot out of Spees last week, and I think we saw a lot out of Hessen too in the first week of this event. So I'm looking at them to see how they perform during the...
All right, well, let's see how those drivers will tackle the Limaland Motorsports Park. Set for green flag action off turn number 4. Spees jumps on the loud pedal. We are underway. Heat race number 3. Hannigan looking straight up on the inside of Dustin Sizemore. They went 3 wide for a moment through turn number 1 and 2. 3 wide down into turns 3 and 4. Spees has got the run on the outside. Meanwhile, yeah, contact with Joshua Hessen. Now here comes Hannigan trying to put the moves there on Dustin Sizemore out of turn number 2. And the Little Hurricane moves into second spot.
Got a little bit of contact going on in the back of the field there. Everybody collecting it up. Oh, we got some contact on the front of the field as, not sure which driver that is, pushes his way up into P. Sizemore going up into P2 as the number 1 car gives it back to him. Big slider, a lot of contact, and we're stacking up the field in the back.
Yeah, Brooks Trammell on the 22 machine, that orange machine, now going to move into position number 3. Sizemore won't be too happy with the way that he received the contact back there as now he runs the middle, but Trammell around the outside. Here comes Joshua Hessen, that yellow, white and purple 118 machine. You can't miss it on the racetrack. And Tyler Batten up on the inside as well. Gavin Collins right there with him. And this battle right now is raging on 3 wide as they come off turn number 4.
Yeah, the battle in the back, everybody tandem driving through, giving it a lot of space, a little bit of contact, push and shove here, there. But a lot of respect for these drivers. That's why I love casting this.
Yeah, 1.5 to go down the back straight away for Stephen Spees. The battle is on for second between Brooks Trammell. Hessen nearly upside down. He's going to be facing the wrong way. Hannigan puts the slider on Trammell. 1 to go. Down into 1 and 2. Spees is going to win. Trammell and Hannigan continue to train sliders. Here comes Tyler Batten. Can he make something happen in the last couple of turns? No. Spees wins second. Is going to go to Brooks Trammell. Mason Hannigan third. Tyler Batten home in 4th. 5th is going to go to Dustin Sizemore. Gavin Collins home in 6th. Barry Foster 7th. And then we go back to Joshua Hessen, who comes home in position number 8. Jesse, he's got a long way to go if he's going to want to make tonight's main event.
We'll see more of him, I'm sure.
All right, let's go trackside. Take a look right now. It's your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 4 here at the Limaland Motorsports Park.
All right, starting off the grid, we've got Eric Tupper in the 115 car, Austin Harnick in the 29 in P2, Devin Thompson and Tanner Folds on the second row in the 5 and 15 car, Hunter Parsons and Cam Ramers in the 00 and the 4 car respectively, and the back row, Daniel Passmore failing to grid, and Brady Baldwin in the 46.
The showstopper, Brady Baldwin from Queensland, Australia. He's up at the crack of dawn, just like I am right now, to get this race in. Heat race number 4. Who do you like in this one, Jesse?
Well, let's look at our timing and scoring. I think that Tanner Folds can get himself up in a transfer spot here. I think he can make the main right here, right now.
Well, realistically, he's only got to pass 1 car, but seeing as though these drivers are all on the same setup, it's going to make it a little bit difficult for these drivers to make it. But again, with this track really starting to work high and low here on iRacing.com. Heat race number 4, Eric Tupper. Fun fact about Eric Tupper, I actually raced him in a Pro Late Model Open setup last Wednesday night, I think it was. Or it might have been Tuesday night, and he actually beat me in a Pro. He got first and I come second, so we'll see what he can do here into turns 3 and 4. Fixed setup tonight as Harnick going to move down low into turn number 1 and 2. Lap 1 is in the books, and Tupper on the outside. Harnick up on the inside. Then you go back to Tenderfolds working outside as well. Slide job by Harnick on Tupper. Tupper with a crossover. Tupper will lead lap number 2.
Yeah, and you couldn't fit paper through these 5 cars here running as the top, and there they go, making some contact. A lot of talent out here, a lot of really close racing. 115 of Eric Tupper taking us around for another time. Really comfortable in that first spot, 29. That matte black red car is going to be taking it to him here as we come to the last couple laps of the season.
Yeah, 4 down and 4 to go. Heat race number 4 here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. YourDirtFan.com Pro Late Model Fixed Setups. Right now, Tupper continues to lead Hardy by about half a car length. Stretches it out to a car and a half into turn number 1 and 2. Then you go back to Devin Thompson, who sits in third. Top 3 right now. They are spread out apart from each other. The closest battle on screen right now, 4th and 5th. Hunter Parsons running the O machine down low. And then the showstopper, Brady Baldwin, 2 to run that time by. And I think Harnick is closing in on your race leader right now.
Yeah, he's definitely got some speed on him. He just needs to find his momentum, and he needs to find a place to put it. The 115 of Eric Tupper looking in great form, throwing some defensive moves, staying on that outside line, and not letting him to get too close to throw a slide.
Yeah, checkered flag is out. Eric Tupper victorious here in heat race number 4. Austin Harnick home in second. Then you go back to Devin Thompson. Third, Hunter Parsons, Brady Baldwin, Cam Ramers. In fact, Tanner Foles. And then Cam Ramers with Daniel Passmore not making the call for heat race number 4. We go straight into our penultimate heat race of the night. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 5 of the DirtFan.com Pro Late Model Fixed Setup Series here, presented by the World of Thunder Racing League. And starting on pole in car number 17, Justin Sick. Outside on the front row in car number 45B, that'll be Barry Sorensen. Second row inside, position 3, driving car number 12 of Robert Tucker. On his outside, Dave Byro will start position number 4, driving car number 37. Third row out of position 5 inside in car 47, Shane Yates and Jeffrey Herrick. In car number 49 will start position number 6. Final row, position 7 in car number 17, that'll be Brett Rolls and Noah Groves. In car number 21 to line up out of position number 8, Jesse.
Yep, looking forward to another good heat here. 17 car of Justin Sick going to lead us around, leading the field to green. He's going to be controlling the start, so we'll keep our eyes on him, see what kind of moves he's going to try to get a gap start.
8 cars, top 3 to your main event, 8 laps in distance. Everybody else goes through to one of 2 B mains here tonight at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. Keep an eye on Robert Tucker as well, Barry Sorensen. He's a quick little young gun. Green flag is out. Justin Sick. A new paint scheme in that number 17S machine. We'll see what it can do. It looks lightning fast. Let's see if it actually drives like it looks. Down into 3 and 4. He stays low. Gives the top side. Leaves it open for Barry Sorensen. At the line it was Justin Sick into 1 and 2. And here comes Sorensen up on the outside. Looking for the race lead. Down into turn number 3.
Yeah, Sick looking in good form on that middle line. Sorensen is going to get some momentum as this track starts tracking in here during this. We're going to... Go ahead.
Sorensen to the outside. Sick right through the middle of the racetrack, side by side. Sorensen to the race lead after lap number 3. Now here comes the 12 of Robert Tucker. He's up on the wheel and up on the cushion in turns 1 and 2. Justin Sick, look out. You've got company!
Yeah, that track's tracking in on him. Yeah, I'm a sucker for an orange car, but I don't think it's quick on that middle line right now.
No, he needs to get upstairs if he wants to hold on to a top 3, and right now he's just lost second spot to Robert Tucker. There he goes, Justin Sick finally getting the opportunity. How about the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th right now, as they were nearly 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. The 37 of Dave Barr up on the inside of Shane Yates, and then Brett Rolls was right there with him as the top 3 nose to tail. Sorensen makes a mistake. Tucker, he's got an opportunity, but the laps are winding down. White flag is out. 1 lap left to run for Barry Sorensen. as he goes into turn number 1 and 2. Sorensen and Tucker on the top side of the racetrack. Does Tucker go low? Yes, he does. He's trying to fight it, trying to slide job. No, not going to happen. Sorensen to the outside. Sorensen will win. Heat race number 5. Tucker home in second. Sick third. Byro, Rolls, Yates, and Herrick. I thought I seen a 2 1,000ths of a second gap there between Rolls and Herrick, but turns out that the timing and scoring just didn't update. Our 6th and final heat race of the night here on the DirtFan.com Pro Late Model Series. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
All right, starting us out, Bryson Banks in the 51, Jordan Mitchell in the 14 in second spot, Kevin Hanley in the 06, and Matt Dixon in the 96 on the second row, Mason Turner in the 20, Dustin Bohan in the 16, and Curtis Uphoff in the 129, rounding out the...
Our 7 cars taking to the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. And in fact, Steve and I were here yesterday over in Speed Shift TV for some midget racing. It was the 35-lap A main event. And by God, we talk about the different styles of driving, or different driving styles that the midgets and the pro late models have. But tell you what, Limaland always puts on a good show. 7 cars about to roll off behind the iRacing.com pace truck. Keep an eye on the number 13 True Speed Motorsports. On the outside of the front row, Jordan Mitchell. We'll see if he can get into the main event. We'll see if he can't pick up a win here in the 6th and final heat of the night.
Yeah, we've got 3 transfer spots that we're competing for in these pro late models. 3 guys can go ahead and secure their spot into the feature. Everybody else is going to fight for their spots in the upcoming C mains and B mains.
Just want to get a quick announcement out there. Michael Lefevers to the tower, please. Michael Lefevers to the tower. Drivers getting the 1 to green signal this time by as they make their way through turn number 1 and 2. As Bryson Banks, the 51, you see that car behind the pace truck just blinking in and out there. Hopefully that gets sorted out here in just a few moments' time, because we're about to go green for 8 laps on the board. And Bryson Banks got a good start. We'll see what Jordan Mitchell can do in the True Speed Motorsports number 13 machine as he rides high through turn number 1 and 2. Kevin Hanley back there in third. We got a car around. That's the 16 of Dustin Bohannon.
Yes, the pack looking in good form. A lot of green today in this heat. We're seeing a 4 wide almost battle for second as these drivers get settled in. That mid line starting to fade away, and guys are going to be moving to the top looking for...
Yeah, Mitchell upstairs right now through turn number 1 and 2. Around the outside of Kevin Hanley in that 06 machine. Hanley got some good speed now. Here comes Mason Turner up on the inside in that 7K machine. Matt Dixon around the outside of him. We continue to stay focused on drivers in second and third. Mitchell and Hanley, they nearly make contact. That's the 2 black and green cars through turn number 3 and 4. 4 down, 4 to run. Bryson Banks still out in front, and he is looking good right now to take victory here in the final heat of the night.
Yeah, good form, flag to flag, P1. Can't argue with that. That is just pure skill.
Mitchell continues to follow Bryson Banks through turn number 1 and 2 on the top side. You see the 96 working upstairs. That is Matt Dixon. He's in 4th position right now on screen. That black, purple, and yellow number 96. He's on the outside looking in. He needs to get by the 06 of Kevin Hanley if he wants a direct transfer into tonight's A main event. He is only going to have one more opportunity. 1 lap left to run here in heat race number 6 of the DirtFan.com Pro Late Model Series. Bryson Banks will lead down the back straight away into corners number 3 and out of turn number 4. Bryson Banks leading the way. Checker, green to checker. Second, Jordan Mitchell. Kevin Hanley comes home third. Matt Dixon will round out your top 4. Mason Turner finishes 5th. Curtis Uphoff in 6th. And Dustin Bohannon home in position number 7. Chancey, I think it's safe to say all 6 heat races have been fairly exciting, and now we move into the first of our 2 last chance qualifiers.
Yeah, judging from the event that we just cast an hour ago, I'd say that's par for the course for these guys in this track. I'm just so excited to be here today. We're going to see some good racing from these.
All right, let's go trackside. B main number 1. Let's take a look at how they line up, and these drivers will contest 12 laps with only the top 3 going to make it through to tonight's what is going to be a 24-car field. Christopher Long and Tyler Batten will start in row number 1. Dave Borrow, Jason Lineweaver in row number 2. Row 3 going to be Dustin Sizemore and Shane Yates, Jason Skinner and Gavin Collins in row number 4. Row 5 going to be Jeffrey Herrick and Jarrett Bolyard. Barry Foster going to line up inside alongside Brett Rolls, Russell Berry and Joshua Hessen to make up row number 7. Noah Groves, scheduled to line up at a position 15 at this stage. 2 drivers not making the calls. You can hear the cars shifting into first and starting to move away. So Barry Foster and Noah Groves not going to make the call. So that's going to put Russell Berry up to position number 11. And essentially, Jesse, that's 2 cars that Russell does not have to pass.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be taking those freebies with a smile on his face.
All right, looking at I believe the inversion from points. I believe that's the way that it works out.
I believe top 6.
Yeah, top 6 going to get inverted. So we can tell you that our feature is going to look like this. Row 1 is going to be Bryson Banks, Stephen Spees, Eric Tupper, and Dalton Cloyd in row 2. We should have Russell Berry and Chris Maguire in row number 3, but more on that later on. B-Main number 1. Cars set to fly, 12 laps, top 3 going to make it through. Here we go, green flag is out. Christopher Long on the gas as we go down into turn number 1 and 2. We keep an eye on Byro, who now looking for second into turn number 3 and 4. He will do so right through the middle, but here comes Tyler Batten up on the outside. Batten now could potentially go from 3rd to 1st in the space of less than a lap.
Yep, the top 3 in an arrow formation as they go 3 wide through turn 4 back to the line, and looks like Long's going to be able to hold on to that top spot for just a little bit longer, but that 38 of Tyler Batten trying to make a move on that outside, getting that momentum, keeping that car straight. Nice smooth throttle application. Is he going to get it done? Oh, they are 2 wide at the line.
Well, it's going to be close between Long and Batten. Side by side, Batten up on the outside. Long continues to work through the middle of the racetrack at the start-finish line. It is Tyler Batten who has it by a front bumper. This is some good racing right now between Long and Batten. These drivers just going to show you that this racetrack still has a couple of different lines. You go back to early on in the race, Dave Byro was in fact working the low side, but he just kept making those mistakes. And he's now going to be under pressure here by Dustin Sizemore and Gavin Collins. So not only have we got a battle for the race lead at the halfway stage, but we're also going to have a battle for that final transfer spot.
Absolutely. 7 transfer spots, so a lot of positions to keep an eye on here as I'm watching the front runners here, seeing who's going to be hedging out this top spot. It looks like it's going to be the 38 of Batten right now if he doesn't get up into the wall and run it for him.
Yeah, Batten is clearing away from Christopher Long. Now we'll go back and take a look at Dave Burrow in that 3rd and final transfer spot. 4 laps left to run in the first of 2 B-mains. The 21 of Jason Lineweaver up on the inside of Dustin Sizemore. Then you go back to Gavin Collins. There's 4 cars fighting out, and there goes Lineweaver up on the inside, 3 to run. And just as we say that, Long is coming back after Batten as well. It's hard to keep an eye on everything that is going on the racetrack right now, Jesse, but boy, oh boy, it is all happening here at Limaland.
Oh yeah, I've got a lot of information in front of me. 3 white, bright cars coming around turn 2, fighting up for that better grid position in the feature. If they all hold it together, they're all going to transfer, so they're not racing for much, but they are racing hard.
1 lap to go, down the back straight away. Tyler Batten, Christopher Long. Oh, Batten shut the door on Long into turn 3 and 4, Batten victorious ahead of Christopher Long. Jason Lineweaver are going to come home 3rd. Those 3 drivers going to make their appearance in tonight. I think it's going to be a 40-lap A-main event. And boy, oh boy, if B-main number 2, they have got something to live up to, Jesse.
Wow. I don't know where Lineweaver came from there. I was watching him eat some tractor tires earlier in that event, and then all that stuff started happening on the outside.
All right, well, B-main number 1 is complete. B-main number 2, our final 3 drivers, and a final opportunity to make it into tonight, make that 50-lap A-main event. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Phone's ringing, go.
Alright, starting on pole in car number 54, Mitch Stiles on his outside, Hunter Parsons out of position number 2. Position number 3 going to be Matt Dixon, Alex Payne out of position number 4. Lining up inside the third row, the 46th of Brady Baldwin starts alongside Mason Turner out of position number 6. Wyatt Brown will start position number 7, Tanner Foles to line up out of position number 8. Out of position 9 going to be Curtis Uphoff and Nick King to start position number 10. Out of position 11, Cam Ramos with Dustin Bohannon will line up out of position number 12. And our 13th and final starter in car number 13, it is Alex Good.
All right, apologies for that. I think I have a network cable I need to disconnect right after we get done with the broadcast. Super excited to see this second main event coming up. A lot of talented drivers, a lot of good racing that we've already seen. Looking to see some respectful racing and some good moves, because you can't get those good moves out without respectful racing.
Yeah, look, not the first time my phone's rang here on Ultimate Dirt TV. I won't give you the hot tip, but drivers getting the Wonder Green signal right now. Mitch Stiles and Hunter Parsons. They have both got a key role to play in this B main. They both start on the front row, so this is as better as an opportunity as you will get. Here we go, Mitch Stiles, the instigator. Green flag is out. We're underway in B main number 2. I've got a flag on around here at 9 o'clock in the morning.
All right, and here we go. Around turn 4, back to the line on lap 2 here at Limaland dirt track. And the 70 of Hunter Parsons? Is that Hunter Parsons down there on that low line making that run for second? Yes? Payne, it's Payne. And we've got the black 0. Just getting my timing and scoring updated here as these guys line up on the top line. Nope, we're going to go low, eating tractor tires, trying to get some momentum. 3 wide for the lead coming down into turn.
Now Stiles are on the outside of Alex Payne in that 70 machine. Hunter Parsons in the O, in that number 0, the O show, we'll call it right now. Then you go back to Mason Turner and Tanner Foles to round out the top 5, but you need to be inside the top 3. Boy, oh boy, Alex Payne really starting to put the pressure on Mitch Stiles, but Stiles not flinching as he went through turns number 1 and 2. He had a challenge from Payne in 3 and 4 last time by. This time Payne's going to stick it down low. Parsons, now Hunter Parsons in that O machine. He's going to have a lot of issues right now because that 7K of Mason Turner, he gets caught up to him. But Jesse, it's one thing to catch these guys under race conditions. The next difficult thing that these drivers have to do is they've got to try and make that pass cleanly.
Yeah, the track slicked in like this. I think we just saw a really good slider coming out for P4. And we're going to see an answer to that. Let's see if... big contact there coming out of turn 4 as they go 3 wide, bumping and banging past.
Yeah, that contact with Turner on Parsons, there it was, and that allowed Tanner Foles to get back, or to move into position number 3, as Parsons now trying a slider on Tanner Foles, but Foles kept the foot in the muck and drove around the outside, so this battle on for third. Contact again in turns 1 and 2, and Parsons, he gets back to the third spot. They're getting very desperate right now here in the final couple of laps.
Yeah, but it's all over track position. They're trying to get their good track position for that feature event. The better they finish here, the higher up they grid they on that final race that we're going to have.
All right, final lap is upon us right now. Mitch Stiles and Alex Payne, the drivers out in first and second, very comfortable. As we go into turn number 3 and 4, they both have to drive to the low side. They both avoided some lap cars, but Mitch Stiles gets the win ahead of Alex Payne. Hunter Parsons will come home into position number 3. Those 3 drivers book their ticket into tonight's A main event. Everybody else from 4th on down, well, they've been told to pack it up and go home. And we'll see you back next week. But don't forget, after this one, we've also got the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series. The track has been reset, so we'll take this opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV and play the American National Anthem.
Limaland's early line was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV. Your coverage, well, our coverage, I should say, the DirtFan.com Pro Late Model Fixed Setup Series here from the Limaland Motorsports Park. We are just about 30 odd seconds away from this warm-up session being complete, and then we'll get set for our 50-lap A main event. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Jesse Pate. We are live across Facebook and YouTube tonight, so thank you very much for those likes, shares, and follows that are coming through. And we hope that you get set and enjoy a long night of racing here on Ultimate Dirt TV. And Jesse, I believe you've got some facts about the racetrack.
Yeah, we're joining you here from virtual Alita, Ohio in the virtual booth. This is a quarter-mile track opened in 1935, and it has been dubbed the Quarter Mile of Thunder as we run our World of Thunder late models around here. And it is owned and operated by the University of North Ohio, which I think right after our broadcast, I'm going to go shoot them my application.
All right, well, it is time to get after it here in tonight's A main event. We'll take a look here in just a moment at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. But again, the first three rows are going to be inverted from highest points score. So let's go trackside and we'll take a look at those first three rows and how they will line up. And then, of course, we'll read off the rest of the grid. Here we go. The first three drivers, first three rows. Row number one is going to be the 51 of Bryson Banksy, but it'll start alongside the 55 of Steven Spees. Row number two going to be Eric Tupper in the 115 alongside the 12 of Dalton Cloyd. Russell Berry and Chris Maguire will make up row number three. Who starts in row number four, Jesse?
So looking at timing and scoring. In seventh, we've got Jarrett Murphy in the 30 car and Kate Lowdy in the 126 in P8. On the fifth row, it'll be Brooks Trammell in the 22 car and Austin Harnick in the 29. The next row back, Robert Tucker in the 12 car and Jordan Mitchell in the 14. All right, Jared Mogart.
And we'll go back to Jared Mogart. Eric Scaff will just quickly do this because we're going to be running out a little time here, but Jared Bogart, Eric Scalf, Mason Hannigan, Devin Thompson in row 8, Justin Sick, Kevin Hanley, Tyler Batten, Mitch Stiles in row 10, Christopher Long, Alex Payne in row 11, Jason Lineweaver, Hunter Parsons in row number 12. But I just realised that we are about to send the drivers off on an iRacing green flag. We are not going green, so these drivers are going to get into their correct positions. And Steve, I hope this does not get me those copyright things. So as these drivers make their way down the back straightaway, they're going to get into their correct positions. Once they are in those correct positions, Jesse, it's time for the greatest sight in all of motorsports.
Oh boy, I'm so excited. I love this part. I love watching these cars line up in the four wide salute. It is their salute to the fans, thanking you guys for your viewership, tuning in every week and watching these guys run. We love this sport, and this is as real as it gets right now. So I want to thank everybody for joining us and enjoy these images. This is for you, the fan. This is their thank you to you for tuning in and watching them run this great sport.
The DirtFan.com Pro Late Model Series. The drivers are 4 wide here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. And again, a way of showing a simple show of respect to your race fans that are tuning in from the comfort of your own home. And, well, the COVID-19 might have struck, but let me tell you, you can't take away from the fact that these drivers are about to put on one hell of a show for 50 laps around the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. There's no better sight in all of motorsports right now than what we are seeing. A 4 wide. And I'm going to say that is one of the best looking 4 wides I've ever seen.
Yeah, a great thing about the virtual space is social distance isn't necessary, is it?
No, there is certainly not a social distancing right now between these drivers. They are not 1.5 meters apart, so they will break away from the formation, the inside of those 4 wides, those first 6 rows. They will break away from the formation. Everybody else will get lined up into their correct order. And we are now just 1 lap away as the drivers make their way into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. The drivers are getting the 1 to go signal right now from race control.
All right, I've got my eye on McGuire here. He had a really great run in the last event, and he's shown a lot of speed in his heat race. So I've got my eye on him. He might run away.
Well, he'll have to come from position number 6. It's time to get shifty for 50. The DirtFan.com Pro Late Model Series. Bryson Banks about to lead us to the green. Steven Speeds on the outside of the front row. Green flag is out. Banks straight to the low side. Tupper down low. In fact, I'm going to pick Tupper to win this one as we get into turn number 3 and 4 for the first time. Already 2 and 3 wide throughout this entire field. Speeds up on the outside of the racetrack. Hits the wall through turn number 1 and 2. That's going to open up the inside. The middle line, I should say, is Dalton Cloyd, and that number 12 machine goes on by. McGuire having to be very patient very early on. Unable to track through this field right now. Speeds into the back. Oh no, 1 car upside down. I believe that might be Eric Scalf. In the 26, we go yellow. And Eric Scalf, in fact, it might be Katie Lowdy in that 126. Scalf might have been involved in that one. Let's quickly take a look. Here it's your Wicked Cushion instant replay. And just see exactly what happened here, because boy, oh boy, not a good start there for Katie Lowry, getting upside down here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park.
Yeah, really unfortunate to see that happen to Loudy. They've had a really great event so far tonight, and they participated last race too, and they've run really clean. So, unfortunate end to a really good.
Yeah, it was Jordan Mitchell who had nowhere to go after contact between the cars in front of Katie Lowdy. I believe it might have been Dalton Cloyd and Steven Spees. As we bring you back to live video coverage here on Ultimate Dirt TV from the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. Delaware double file restart. Leader has the front row to himself. Second, he will get to choose inside or outside, and I believe that was Eric Tupper. He's chosen the inside line. 44 laps left to run still. Plenty of laps to go here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. Green flag is out. Then Bryson Banks going to lead him down into 1 and 2. Tupper stays low. Sorensen trying to get a run on the cushion. Down the back straight away. I think that bottom to mid-grid might just be the way around here for the moment. We go yellow quickly.
Yeah, just a car getting caught up on a tractor tire in the back and collecting a couple of other guys. Clean run up front. These guys in the back are trying to find the way to make the moves, get up there, and start getting in position to get a result. Get some.
All right, so very quick yellow here to go out for our second yellow of the night, and I guess this is one little downside, I guess we could call it, because generally, Jesse, as we all know in racing, sometimes cautions can breed cautions. And it might be hard for these drivers to get into rhythm, because not only that, we've got 50 on the board. Each yellow that we have, we generally lose about 3 to 4 laps.
Yeah, in this service, a lot of other racing classes, they get to run and run and run, and they keep running their cars the whole event. Not here in Dirt Oval. We do have cautions, we do have yellows, and we do have to roll around the track. That means that these drivers have to sit, and they have to nerve up, and they have to calm themselves, and they have to think clearly, because they're going to have to restart over and over.
All right, here we go. 40 laps left to run, and Bryson Banks is once again going to lead this 23. Now it's 23 car field through turn number 1 and 2, Tupper. And what's going to happen really quickly here too, Jesse, is because they went single file, a caution on a caution, it's actually going to really string this field out, but it's also going to mean that there's a very good chance that these drivers are about to catch lap traffic inside about the next 10 to 12 laps if we stay green.
Absolutely, yeah. Back traffic is going to play a role here. It's all up to the driver's skill to negotiate their way through traffic and get their cars where they need to put them, and avoid those guys that are still running. They've still got a race to run too, and they're trying to bring their sponsors home points too.
Yeah, another yellow here in inside of 15 laps. We've got Mitch Stiles, a 54 machine, upside down. So unfortunately for Mitch, he's not going to take any further part in tonight's A main event, so he'll call the virtual tow, and that will put him a number of laps down. I would assume there'd be quite sustainable damage on that 54 machine. So this field, now that we got a couple of laps in just then, Jesse, we should go back to the Delaware double file restart. But again, you know, we talk about lap traffic. It's very important for those lap cars, you know, to hold their line while they're getting passed by the leaders. But one thing we've got to mention as well is those drivers, not only are they fighting to stay on the lead lap, but there's a potential chance that, you know, they might be battling for positions depending on where they are or who's surrounding them on the racetrack.
Absolutely. And getting out on that lead lap, staying on that lead lap is going to protect you on those restarts as well. Do they do wave rounds in this series? I'm unsure.
Nope, no wave rounds, nothing.
All right. Yeah, so it's really important to get out there in front of, and stay out there in front of the leader for those restarts. As lights off on the pace car, and the 51 of Bryson Banks is going to bring us.
Yeah, 33 to go here in tonight's A main event, and we've already seen a quick number of yellow flags here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. However, Bryson Banks leads Eric Tupper, the top two. Jarrett Murphy and Barry Sorensen battling it out for third and fourth. And then here comes Maguire up on the inside of Brooks Travel now through turn number 1 and 2. That black, white and blue number 0 machine. Chris Maguire, the winner from the Super Late Model National B Series right now. He's running a Pro Late Model here at Limaland. He looks to get back into position number 5 as he battles Brooks Travels for that 5th spot. But you go back up just in front of them. There's also a 2-wide battle. Was a 2-wide battle. Here comes the 25 of Jarrett Murphy.
Yeah, I've got my eye on Sorensen back there in that 45. He's running P4 right now, but he's on that outside line, and he might find something that can get him up in a podium spot.
Well, I just noticed Eric Tupper drove around the outside of the 25 machine of Jarrett Murphy, so that top might be there already into turn number 3 and 4. But no doubt these drivers are still going to work high, low, and middle. We're about to see some slide jobs hopefully happen in the next sort of 10 to 12 laps as we start to get closer towards our half race distance of our 50-lap main event. We are just 2 laps away from completing 25 of 50 here tonight. And Bryson Banks started on pole of tonight's feature event, and he has led every lap of the race so far. Eric Tupper, nice job in second spot, holding off Jarrett Murphy in that number 25 machine. Maguire around the outside of Trammell, and Trammell back to the inside. They're 3 wide for 4th. There's a slide job by Murphy. Tupper with a good crossover out of turn number 4.
Yeah, Tupper couldn't, Murphy couldn't make it stick there as they go 3-4 wide into turn 3. Oh, bumping and banging. But everybody keeping the respect, keeping the distance as they go 3 wide into turn 2 again, eating some tractor tires. And here we go down the backstretch. Let's keep.
Trammell, Maguire and Sorensen 3 wide through turn number 3 and 4. 2 TVR cars. I believe it is Sorensen for TVR, Maguire for TVR as well. Tilverhiller Racing, but Brooks Trammell now going to move into 4th spot. Maguire into the side of Trammell. He moves him out of the way. He's looking to get back, and that allows Sorensen to drive around the outside. So the top 4 now all comfortable upstairs, and 5th and 6th, boy, they're going at it. And that is going to bring in Mason Hannigan right now in that 1X machine up on the outside of Dalton Cloyd. And he's got company as well from Robert Tucker in that 12 machine.
Yeah, McGuire telling him, get out of the way. I am fast on that low line. I need it. You don't move.
Well, here goes McGuire to the inside of Sorensen through turn number 1 and 2. Sorensen upstairs. McGuire down low. 19 laps left to run as they come out of turn number 4. And Bryson Banks, he is looking smooth out in front. The laps are really starting to tick away now that we're getting a good green flag run, as Tupper still has got to deal with Jarrett Murphy for that 2nd and 3rd spot. But here comes McGuire, a late charge by the number 0 machine up on the inside, and what can he produce here in these final 17 laps this time by?
Yep, Sorensen trying to throw a slide on McGuire, but McGuire's got it pinned to that low line as the yellow comes out around here at Limaland Motorsports.
Now, who is going to get the spot between McGuire and Murphy? It looks like Murphy's going to have it at the moment, but when that yellow flag come out, I just thought for a moment that Chris McGuire might have been in front, but timing and scoring, going to give it to Jarrett Murphy. And already, Eric Tupper has decided that he is going to go to the outside. Now, I think that's a smart move, Jesse, considering that, you know, he can't go. No one can go until the leader fires. So once that leader fires, when you go into 1 and 2, you're going to be side by side. There's going to be, or there should be no opportunity for anyone to throw a slider here on the opening lap.
Well, I've got my eye on McGuire. I know that he is happy with Tupper's decision, seeing as how looks like he's going to be starting on that inside line where he's been pinning it this whole race, and he's had a lot of success down there. So I don't know. I think McGuire might try to throw something here. I think he's got something in his back pocket. I guarantee you that he's going to be patient with it, though. As they come to green.
Yeah, 14 laps left to run. And wow, Banks and Murphy both get a fantastic start. McGuire now up on the inside of Jarrett Murphy. And I'm pretty sure that it should have been odds outside, evens inside. So 4 spots should have put McGuire to the outside and not the inside, so maybe sneaking one, maybe getting away from race control there, getting one up on him. So, but how about Jarrett Murphy? The first time tonight anyone has been able to put any sort of pressure here on Bryson Banks, and now we're going to have a battle for the race lead.
Yeah, it looks like Murphy's starting to show the Banks that there's a low line. There's a low line around this track right now, and Banks can't keep it up high and hold his position.
Coming to 10 laps to go this time by out of turn number 4. Bryson Banks continuing to use the middle groove here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. Yellow flag is out, and Bryson Banks going to resume with about 6 or 7 to go. When we go back green next time by, I don't think that there's going to be any opportunity for them to catch lap traffic, but what it is going to do once again is it's going to give Bryson Banks that front row all to himself.
Yeah, I think Banks there saved by that yellow. He really couldn't make it down to that inside line. Murphy really pinching him out there. So if he's smart about this start, he's going to pin his car to the bottom, and he's going to hold it down there just as a defensive.
Well, lights still flashing here on the iRacing.com page. I believe these drivers will be on the 2 to go signal, so once we go past the start-finish line this time by, we'll see the lights on this page truck, this iRacing.com official page truck, turn off. There they go. They are off, and we are set for 6 more laps around the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. It is getting juicy. In fact, we are not going green. The lights have just come back on, so they're just going to make sure that the field and the lineup is set one more time before we let them loose. And now it's going to be a 5-lap sprint to the end.
That's right, and McGuire now finds himself on that outside line, so yeah, there's nowhere to go now. He's got to wheel it past. If he's going to make something out of this, then he's going to fight fair.
Well, if there's anyone that can probably make a topside work right in the death of a feature event with 5 to go, it is every chance that Chris McGuire. He's got a very good opportunity right now, but he's got a couple of good cars beside him, in front of him, and also behind him. Green flag is out, 5 to run. Maguire nowhere in turns 1 and 2. Was unable to make that topside work. He goes to the middle trying to run the slider line through 3 and 4. Bryson Banks now 4 laps away from a main event victory.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of tacky in 3 and 4 on that mid line. He can make that work, but you got to go low for that 1 and 2. There's nothing left.
Keep an eye on that 45B of Barry Sorensen. He's the first car that is working the top side all the way around inside the top 5. And nobody else has gone up there with just 2 laps left to run. I think time might be starting to wind down as here goes Jarrett Murphy into the wall into turn number 1 and 2. 1.5 to go for your race leader, Bryson Banks. Can he hang on for his first World of Thunder Racing League victory coming in a pro late model? But hey, a win is a win as the white flag flies here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park, and he has been clean and green for 50 laps. Checkered flag is out. Bryson Banks victorious here at Limaland. What a win for that number 51 machine. Second is going to be Chris Maguire. Jarrett Murphy home in third. Barry Sorensen in fourth. And Brooks Trammell will round out the top 5. Dalton Cloyd in 6th. 7th is Robert Tucker. Eric Scalf in 8th. 9th, Eric Tupper. And Austin Harnick to round out your top 10. Over the page, 11th through to 20th. Jason Lineweaver, Christopher Long, Mason Hannigan, Alex Payne, and Jared Mogard, your top 15. Jordan Mitchell, Tyler Batten, Devon Thompson, Stephen Spees, and Kevin Hanley round out the top 20 with Hunter Parsons, Justin Sick, Mitch Stiles, and KD Loudy, your 24 starters. But how about this Bryson Banks? He goes to victory lane. And we are going to go straight down to victory lane, chat to the driver of the number 51 machine. And Bryson, well, you lead 50 laps, wire to wire, not with a few yellows in there. How are you feeling right now? You've just won a pro late model race here at the World of Thunder Racing League.
Honestly, man, a lot of practice. I've been practicing. It pays off. Track was a little bit slick. I was making them work for it. I'm really fucking shaking right now, but I'd like to thank Side Job Motorsports, my team, everybody that they do to help us and get us faster.
Not here at all.
The track had a reset during that warm-up session. What was going through your mind knowing that the track was going to be reset or had reset? You guys only had a couple of minutes on there. It almost looked like that bottom part and that middle part of the racetrack stuck in that entire 50 laps. Were you surprised that the top never came in those last 10 to 15 laps? Because there was still a fair bit of moisture up there.
Yeah, I knew there was moisture up there, honestly. I just didn't know if the top would ever come in with the track reset. I mean, heat race, yeah, the top was definitely there. But honestly, the middle line was there consistently, even as slick as it goes, because if you've seen him watch the way I was doing, I was preserving my throttle. I was, preserving steering. I was making sure I wouldn't use too much throttle when I come off because I knew how slick it was. And I just kept doing that, and I kept pulling away from everybody.
Well, buddy, once again, a big congratulations of picking up a win here on the DirtFan.com Pro Late Model Series presented by World of Thunder Racing League. Once again, before we let you go, buddy, these sponsors and shout-outs, just plug them one more time.
Like I said, my team, Slide Job Motorsports, DirtFan.com, anybody and everybody that's on my car, Folds Graphics, basically all of them goes to them.
All right, there we go. That was Bryson Banks, your winner here tonight. Jesse, I believe you're standing by with our third place runner-up of Jarrett Murphy.
Murphy, how are you doing today?
How are we doing, fellas?
Great running there. A lot of good battling there between you and Maguire there coming to the checkered flag. I saw that he kind of moved you out of the way, gloves off, and you had to look up his inside coming to the checkered. What were you?
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, I kind of expected I would have done the same thing if I was in his situation. Definitely had something for Bryson there. Yellows were just absolutely killing me. Never turned a lap in this setup before, so I was just learning all night. Track was really good, really racy. They're about halfway through. Top was still there. Middle was even there. Bottom was definitely there. Chris showed me the bottom. And I was trying, man, them dang yellows.
Very well. So do you have any shout-outs, anybody you want to plug, and your sponsors that you want to?
Yeah, my whole team, HRT Sim Racing. Josh wasn't able to make it tonight. Wasn't able to make the show tonight. That just happens in racing. HRT Sim, like I said, HRT Sim Racing. We all help each other and race against each other. Been running against each other for going on 6 years now. So we all know how each other drive, and even racing against all these guys in here that made the show. We've been racing against these guys for a long time. Um, my wife, obviously, for letting me do this quite a bit. And last but not least, iRacing, iFlag, Jeff Brown, everything he does for the sim racing community is just second to none. All of his products that he continues to come out with are just top notch, man. So, like I said, big shout out to my wife for putting the kids to bed a little early tonight, letting me race.
All right, thank you. I'll see you off. Go have your celebrations.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
All right, Jarrett Murphy there, home in third place. Chris Maguire, PC crash, so unable to have a chat with him. But Jesse, boy oh boy, 50 laps, and Bryson Banks, a surprise packet in this one. And well, he leads all 50. He gets the job done in his first win. He must be absolutely pumped, and he's very pumped about that result here tonight.
Absolutely. I've been talking about this with Duval all week. Is the safest part of the grid is the sharp part of the grid. And if you can get up there and you can skill yourself up and you can stay in front, then you're going to have a good run. It's consistency is the game. And like you said, practice. I mean, if you can't run that lap time 10 times around here in a row perfectly, then you can't run that lap time as far as I'm concerned.
All right, well, that'll wrap us up here for the first of 3 more broadcasters to come. We've still got 3 more to come, 2 more for the dirtfan.com and World of Thunder Racing League Series. Our next one is going to be the Super Late Model National Series here at the Limaland Motorsports Park for, I think, what is going to be 60 laps around here. So cannot wait for that one. That'll happen at 8:45 Eastern. And again, right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll be live across Facebook and YouTube as always. But until next time, again, a big thanks to dirtfan.com, a big thanks to World of Thunder Racing League, and of course Wicked Cushion, our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. But on behalf of your broadcast team tonight, on behalf of Jesse Pate and myself, Brett Wheeler, we say not good night. We'll see you back shortly in about 45 minutes time.